I have seen comments like this quite a lot, not just in the case of Lawrence, but literally anytime a black person gets gunned down by the police, there are always those people that be like, but the police don't do this for no reason. There must be a reason. What happened? And just before I say what I want to say, I'm not accusing you of implying anything. I just want to give you an answer. And for that, I probably need to go a little bit more in depth. And I want to judge from my own perspective, my own opinion, 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was 24. I was also raised, like many people in my generation, the generation prior, even the generation after, most likely, that the police is an authority that you are to respect. The police is an authority that comes for your help, that is our friend and helper. This was one of the things that we were taught as children. We were not taught to fear the police. I mean, in one way or the other, fear did play a role, but after all, or in the larger scale, or in the in the bigger picture in society, police is an authority that you are to respect because they're there to serve the people, to help the people, right? And when you grow up like this, and then start seeing videos like the one you commented on, where you judge from, or 24-year-old me will see this and be like, why would they do this? What was the reason? It becomes unbelievable, quite literally. It is not believable. You can't comprehend it. I couldn't comprehend it. I was like, why would this be a thing? Why did this happen, or why does this keep on happening? And for us to understand that, we need to first of all understand white supremacy. You need to first of all, not you particularly, all of us, need to first of all understand that the system is not for everyone. Because, especially, I was born and raised in Germany. I was born 1990. We were taught that racism is an opinion that only bad people have, right? It's something that belongs in the right corner. That is like, just bad people are racists. Racists are bad people, however you want to put it. But the reality is that that's not true. The reality is that that mindset, or that opinion, that narrative is part of a bigger picture of trivializing racism on a global scale. Because if we were to understand that racism is, in fact, not an opinion, but a system of oppression that benefits only people that look like me, we would know that there is no justice. Because there can factually not be justice in an unjust system. That's impossible. So how does this and the police gunning down innocent black people in any way have anything to do with each other? The police serves the government. The government serves white people. And now I know there's always this argument of, oh, I'm white, I was never privileged, I grew up in poverty, I've seen it, heard it many times. The thing is that racism, or let me just say, white supremacy and white privilege of all things has nothing to do with your financial background, has nothing to do with wealth or the lack thereof. It has everything to do with systemic power and systemic safety. It has everything to do with the fact that our ethnicity, our skin color is never going to be the reason we can't get anywhere. It's never going to be an obstacle. Now, white privilege doesn't mean that you are born with a silver spoon in your mouth, you will never suffer, you will be fine, but you will never suffer because of your skin color. And that's fact. You can be white and be poor. It happens all the time. But you are not poor because you're white, or you're not poor because the system continuously holds you in a box. For example, like in America, redlining, the prison pipeline, racial profiling, which is not just an American thing, obviously, police brutality, all these things do not affect us. And the fact that it does not affect us is exactly that, white privilege. There is this saying, I think it came from Jane Elliott, which I used to respect this woman a lot until I found out that she's a fucking hypocrite. Anyway, I digress. I'm not sure if she was the one that said it, so if it's not her, please, and you know who said it, please, you can keep it in the comments. White privilege is being able to deny what never affects us in the first place, and that really sums it up. Now, white privilege, white supremacy, racism, police, Nick, I'll get to the point. Yeah, I know. It's a lot. It's a whole fucking lot. When you have come to understand racism, white supremacy, white privilege, and how everything is so closely tied together, you will understand that the fact that someone is black is the reason why this happened. Yes, you're right. There must be a reason. There's always a reason. You're 100% right in that. However, in many cases, the reason is terribly, terribly rooted in racism. Just like in the case of Lawrence, in the case of many other innocent black men that died, black people generally, or that have been put in prison for a lifetime for a crime they did not commit. The reason is because they are black. And that might sound absolutely insane for someone that believes we live in a democracy and there's justice and there's rights for everybody, and at the end of the day, we are all human, yada, yada, yada. But that's not the reality. That's the fairy tale they are shoving down our throats when we are children in order to keep us oppressed because, the truth is oppressive. Even for the people it benefits. So even white people we are beneficiaries of this system. Does that mean that, we are not being lied to? No. And a system that lies to us while systemically building those lies or backing these lies up by the blood or on the blood of particularly black people is not a good system. No human being should be willingly accepting that. So yes, you're right. There's always a reason. And in most cases, the reason is racism.